What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Amalgam Show. I'm one of your hosts, Keena Johnson, alongside Dean Kaminsky.
Hello.
And Nathaniel Redden.
How dare you?
We're doing old school today because the memory card won't work, and we've only got 2 microphones because of scheduling reasons.
Hey, we're back to 20... Fuck, what year?
17.
Holy shit! We've nearly been doing this for 3 years?
Nearly.
Kill me.
Just over 2 years. We
Well,
started in
to be
July.
fair, like, we need to do, like, a alcohol holocaust again. Because we never really did it properly.
You mean
the first time.
Alkaween?
Alkaween, was it?
We did Alkaween.
I know
alcohol.
Comedy Button does.
No, it was.
alcohol
Wasn't it
holocaust.
the Olive Cost? With
No, that was
Pizza
pizza.
Fuck off.
Time? Pizza Time was great, and everybody who I know that watches this show agrees.
Bullshit. Pizza Time was fucking terrible. I was part of 2 episodes, and they were probably the only 2 episodes that people watched, and they were like, they were great, because Dean was there. It's like, fuck yes.
No, it was.
No, I don't think that's the case at all, mate.
Definitely the
It was
fuck
actually
one.
pretty good. Pizza Time was a good show.
It was short.
Keena's the
It
knowledge.
was short. I think that's why it got so many views and so many people liked it, is because they're like, I'm not watching that fucking 2-hour long piece of shit. I'm watching 15-minute long pizza review. If I have to watch one of your fucking videos, it's gonna be the short one.
Why don't we just give every pizza time and just be like, hey, it's pizza time. You know?
What was that last?
We could have like, well, I imagine in my head like an animation of like the meme that just says pizza time, but then
But you
it's like,
decided to go.
but then there's like,
Base blown.
no, I was just imagining like one of those like party like whistles like,
Ah.
but like 7 of them, so that's why I went.
That's just a Jurassic Park thing.
I would argue that point. I think it should be like the children
on recorder.
the children having fun one, like the yay.
Like Grunt Birthday Party from Halo.
Yeah.
Yeah. How good?
That's the Amalgam Show about
I
Nathaniel.
kind of
Why are you asking me? I'm new
Was it
here.
you?
No,
No, it's I think it's me.
No, I stink.
Was it you?
Yeah, because I've been wearing a jumper all day and it's been hot.
That's fair.
idiot.
I'm trying to advertise for PlayStation.
They don't need it.
We gotta
No,
share
no,
this
no.
mic. Don't fuck with me.
No, I'm fucking with him. The Amalgam Show is about Keena, talking about pop culture and games and stuff, and us reacting to it.
More or less, yeah. Alrighty, let's do some housekeeping. I am super. What's the word? Not used.
Housekeeping.
Oh.
Yeah!
They would have heard that on mic.
I'm really glad that you like caught on to what I was doing because you looked confused when I
I was
started
for a bit. I'm
counting.
like, what are you whispering to me? For starters, I didn't know what you were saying, and then I just heard 2, 3, and I was like, he said housekeeping. That's right, we do that here.
If you enjoy what you're about to watch, please leave a like and
the
subscribe.
flaming duck he means, not the audio attached.
Yeah, the flame.
Yeah, the duck. The
Do
duck
you
is
remember when
probably.
we came up with that?
Yeah.
Remember when we were just like searching images and we were like dollar duck bill,
No.
and then we could like
Is that what we call it?
well we could call it like, and then we got to the point where we could call it any of the 3.
Should
we
we
could be
put-
like bill duck dollar or
Should we put like in the
Um,
title just dollar duck bill
Returns.
graphics or something like that?
Giraffics.
Or shut up. Or yeah, returns even.
We can.
the Return of the King. No, we already did that.
Well, I
with
was
Kyron.
thinking no, Return of the Jedi. Which one's that? That's
6.
so A New Hope,
Empire. Return.
Empire Strikes Back,
We definitely want A New Hope.
and then it's
We want
Return of the Jedi.
Yes.
Which is number 6.
Yes.
Cool.
Fire Duck 6.
Do that
Return
one.
of the Duck Dollar Duck
Wait,
Bill.
Dibs
We've
Luke.
definitely done more than 6
Dibs Luke.
fire ducks.
You can be Emperor. You can be Darth Vader.
I don't want to be Darth Vader. He died, man.
So did.
So does Emperor.
Does he? We'll find out in the next.
We don't know.
We'll find out in the next
Spoilers.
movie.
We
Will
got
we?
exclusive
Probably.
viewership.
I feel like
No, we
that
didn't.
Rey is actually just a reincarnation.
Hot
of-
babe.
Yeah.
No, a hot babe version of Emperor Palpatine.
What was that thing?
Do it!
What was that thing where it was
Oh
like,
yeah, fuck yeah, do it.
it was like it was a picture of her with the double-sided lightsaber, and it was like, I'm both scared and aroused at the same time. Or something like that. Regardless, good meme. 7 out of 10.
If you have any questions for the show,
Stop looking at-
please get off your phone.
I wanted to say that.
That is so
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's talk about podcast.
Oh man, that's unfortunate for audio listeners. Wait, they're all
And me.
audio listeners.
I didn't see what was going on.
It is a pretty good meme.
It's a picture of Stalin, but as
Stalin.
Stalin, but it's like Gary's modern graphics.
And he's like,
And he's
pressing
like-
a button.
And it says, mums when they lose argument. And the button says, I carried you for 9 months. Maybe we should put that up.
To be fair though, to be fair, my mum has used that on me so many times, and every fucking time I'm like, cool, it's not my fault you couldn't keep it in your pants. Like, fucking...
Not my fault my dad's hot. That's what you say. You go like,
But he's
Like-
not.
but he drinks red cordial.
Yeah, he's a gangster.
Gangster.
Doesn't mean he's hot.
Woo! At, Ian?
Ian.
Yep.
Did you forget my dad's name?
For a second.
What's my mum's name?
Madonna.
Oh.
It's hard to forget that one.
Oh.
I don't, wait, what? We just shared your parents' information online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, but they don't know my mum's last name.
I can't even pronounce it.
Really not that hard. Literally how it's spelled. Anyway, same as Kaminsky, but whatever.
Smith.
Hey, let's out your parents. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I was lying.
Housekeeping.
Imagine if I did.
I don't know. I just Googled it.
To be fair though, like, I feel like maybe not your mum so much, but definitely your dad. His name
Generic enough.
is
Yeah.
very generic.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, I shared that.
Get off your fucking phone.
I shared that. It's so funny. Oh man, we gotta stop looking at memes.
okay,
This is
sorry.
not working.
Check us out on social media at The Amalgam Show.
Keena, I was talking on behalf of the Amalgam Show. We do apologise for the non-disclosure of these memes, as they are funny. However,
Maybe we should do a meme review.
oh my god, can we?
We can do it. He won't be into it.
That's
I'm
mine.
into meme reviews.
Oh, you are?
No, but you get all political. You'll be like, nah,
You'll be
PewDiePie.
like,
Wait, no, that's.
It depends on what.
That meme isn't very PC.
It depends on the meme.
What do you mean it's gay? Huh?
Meme is gay.
Shut up.
It's just a bad meme. You need to thread the fine line between horrible and good.
Well, that's the thing, is that you'll find things horrible that we find good. It's all about perspective, you know?
Like, don't get me wrong. Down syndrome sucks.
Who?
Down syndrome.
But it's funny as hell.
But like, if I see a meme that like I can't think of one, I know I seem like a bad person, but if I see a meme that's like, not laughing at Down syndrome, but like a picture of something. This is a bad example.
This is horrible.
If I talk about Down syndrome, not to out Down syndrome people or anything, but if it's funny, I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to say.
Kind of. Like I was.
Anyway, let's continue.
Yeah.
What have we been up to lately?
Well, I've been really into gardening.
Gardening.
Yeah.
Better Homes and Gardens.
No, fuck
Oh
that.
my
proof.
god, that was like I shat my. Okay, so to give perspective to this, I was.
What the fuck?
I was.
Why do you have a story for every random shit I say?
No. So I was at Nathaniel's last weekend, and I was just like, what was I doing? Like playing video games or something. Nina was asleep, and you were like, hey, I want to do some gardening. And I was like, yeah, cool, whatever. And then like you dragged me outside. You're like, hey, like I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do that, and like your ideas were fucking cool,
But
you wanted me to help. and in my mind, I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm like fucking like losing my mind. And then you're like, but I don't know if I want to do it today. And then there was like a glimmer of hope. It's like, oh. And I was like, yeah, all right, cool. Because I already told you this. Fucking hate gardening. My dad made me weed the garden once. He was like,
Once?
He was like, all right. No. Okay, to be fair, he made me do it like several times. But like every time that I would do it, he'd be like, all right, Alyssa, that's my sister. He'd be like, Alyssa, you clean the fucking bathroom and all that shit. Dean, you weed the garden. Alyssa, when you're done, go join him. You're like, cool, whatever. And I'd weed this fucking garden. He's like, this is what a weed looks like. This is a plant. Don't pull out the plants, pull out the weeds. I'm like, no worries. Easy done. Fucking bang. Bang, 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 bang. I'd be done. Be like, cool, Dad, have a look. And he'd do this fucking inspection. And he's like, just looking over it. And he'd be like, you missed one there. Start again.
What do you mean start
He
again?
like plants the back in the garden. It's just like,
Control
do it
Z.
again.
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, fuck off, like bullshit. And I've got to like literally, like it was to the point where like he would like brush over the dirt a little bit to like reveal these weeds that were hidden. And he'd
It's
be
like, I put a rock over this one. You didn't sense it.
he'd be like, oh, this weed's still here. You missed it. And I literally weeded that garden like 4 times every fucking time. So even though he got me to do it 7 times, I really did it 21 times.
Okay.
What this reminds me of is in year 4 on our first day of school, our teacher was like, I don't like any white spaces in your colouring in.
That's
Because we're year
racist.
4, we're 9. Yes, it was. So what that means, because kids have good eyes, you can see the white where the lead pencils just can't get to for whatever reason. So we spent like halfway into our first lunch break colouring in these things. I had like pencils, for like Finding Nemo pencils that were like this big. They were down to this big by the end of the day because the whole class were trying to not have any white spaces that are just natural white spaces.
That's actually funny because that's how me and Kyron met. We were at an arts council, and I told him, you have to fill in the ghosties, which is white spaces, and he told me to fuck off! And I was like, yeah, cool, it's alright. Keep in mind we're in grade 2.
That was not a good time for Kyron.
I met Kyron when him and his friend Brock would bully me.
Yeah.
What assholes.
Yeah. But then one time...
To be fair, Adam used to bully me.
Yeah.
That's fair. But then like one time, his friend Brock was away, and me, Adam, I think Matthew, as the British would say.
Matthew.
And someone else, I think his name was Dylan, I can't remember. But yeah, like we were all playing like imaginary gun game where we'd like shoot each other. And then Kyron came up to us and he's like, hey guys, can I play? And we were like, yeah, fuck it. You know, you bully us, but you can play. And he was like, cool. I've got 99 magnums. And we were like, I don't know what that is. In my mind, I'm thinking he's got fucking lava guns.
I see where you went, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm like, I'm thinking of that lava gun from Ratchet and Clank at your arsenal, where he's just like literally shooting like a stream of lava, and he's like, bang, 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 I got you, and I'm like, ah, damn, I just got shot with lava. And then from there, like, yeah, we just kind of slowly started hanging out with him more than he hung out with the other guy, because the other guy was a dick. I'm pretty sure Kyron beat him up because he dissed your mum or something.
Yeah.
What?
Talking about the same guy.
To be fair, he
pizza shop.
Yeah. His parents
family.
own the pizza shop.
The funny thing about that is that I wasn't great friends with Kyron at this point, but I was actually family friends with Brock's family.
Ah.
So my parents and his parents knew each other, and I knew the guy. I thought he was a dickhead. I didn't even know he was in our school. I just didn't talk to him.
Yeah.
I didn't know he existed.
He bullied the shit out of me and Adam, and I was like, fucking, alright, come, let's go. Fucking, at this point, I'm like starting to learn Taekwondo. I'm like, mate, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Never did. Oh, deal. You are approaching me. But no, at this point, like, to be fair, I haven't been in a fight since grade 4.
Yeah.
Like, I've been hit, but I haven't been in a fight since grade 4. So, I didn't fight him. But yeah, Kyron and I are friends. So there you go, kids. It just...
How did you and Kyron meet, Keena?
It just
I
goes
was
to
at his
show...
second birthday party and I unwrapped all of his presents in front of his eyes.
That's
Man,
how
you're
you
an
met.
asshole.
That's my
So
first
you
memory of
bullied
him.
Kyron.
Yeah, that's why
I'm his
Kyron
brother.
was an asshole when he was a
Kyron
kid.
bullied us.
Well, you. Not
To be
me.
fair, I didn't bully. That was like me
told you to
helping
fuck
him,
off.
but I was
Oh yeah, he
accepting.
told me to fuck off, but I was like, yeah, cool. I'm just gonna hang out with these other guys that bully me because I had no friends. I had no friends until like you guys, and then I was like, wow, this is what friendship feels like. Oh my god!
Nathaniel has unlocked the power of friendship.
Because I remember, like,
Scott has unlocked the power of self-respect.
But you remember, like, when I was in grade, when we were in grade, like, 6, yeah, definitely. When we were in grade 6, I was, like, the emo kid that, like...
Yeah, you were!
I was
dyed
like...
your hair purple and came over to my house in skinny jeans and Dad was like, that kid's gay. And I was like, Dad! He's not gay.
It must like confuse.
He's 12.
It must confuse your parents now when they were like, oh, who's that girl? Like last weekend, they're like, who's that girl, huh? And you're like, and they thought that he was dating Nina.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, that's Nathaniel's girlfriend. They must be like, Nani? Oh,
he likes female. No, so context there. So I posted a photo of Nina and I on my Snapchat story. And my stepmom, for some reason, decided to call me the next day and was like, hey, just wanted to ask about that girl that was in your Snapchat story. And I was like, cool, Nina, what about her? And they were like, oh, are you going on a date soon? I was like, definitely not.
Not with that woman.
I was like, first of all, not my type. Second of all, dating my best friend. Probably not.
Probably not a good idea, right?
Definitely not, yeah. And she was like, oh.
Did you tell them about the other one?
No.
Not yet. We're going there.
No point. Okay, there's no point in
Going places. That's all we need to say.
Why would I open the dog food in front of...
Anyway, let's keep going.
Why would I open the dog food in front of the dog if I'm not going to feed him, you know?
That's why I didn't tell anyone I had a job interview.
Yeah, you did.
Oh!
I
didn't get the
Yeah, that's exactly why.
Why did you say
Keena, what have you been into? Wait, you didn't finish yours.
Oh, wait, oh yeah, I was into gardening. That was the first one.
Wait,
That's
so
all
I
I
got
said.
a fun story about gardening.
Yeah, so I've been really into gardening. I had like this spur of the moment thing where I'm like, fuck this, I'm going to Bunnings. And I just bought a bunch of shit. I put it in the backyard. I put it in the front yard. I went to the reject shop. I bought a bench that has a flower pot in it. So we've got that now at the front. I've always wanted a seat out the front. So now we've got that. All of my plants are coming back to life that were dying because I wasn't taking care of them at all. But now, like, the thing with me is, like, if I start gardening, that's fucking all I do until those plants die. So I've got vegetables, I've got flowers, I've got fruits, I've got fruit trees. You name it, baby, I got it. I got ferns, I got grass. I'm building more garden beds because that's how into it I am.
Jesus Christ.
So that's, yeah, I've been really into gardening mostly. I started Breath of the Wild again.
Started it again.
Yeah, because I was like really into it the first time and I thought about what you said about how it's one of the best games in the world and I really shouldn't expect that much. So I was like, fuck this, I'm going to just play this game. Because I've been like, I really want to play a game, but I really just want it to be Breath of the Wild. And I've just been thinking that for so long, I'm like, I'm just going to play Breath of the Wild again.
You could go on for the DLC?
Forgot about that. So I might do that actually. But I did restart it. I restarted on Kyron's profile because that cunt's never going to buy a Switch. So there's that. What else have I been into? Oh, I've been watching Final Space, Season 1 and 2. Final Space is amazing. I fucking love it. They've definitely got a bigger budget in Season 2. You're right, man. I mean, like, you can't see it on camera because we don't have camera, but Dean's licking his beer can.
He's tonguing it. He's not just licking it.
Anyway.
He's straight up practicing.
To use small tongue people.
I went to, and this will be relevant for the podcast, Shannon Hagler and my sister's wedding. So she is now not Vanessa Redden, she is now Vanessa Hagler. Which is fucking weird.
Yeah, it is.
It's cool. Like
I saw her change the name
Yeah,
and I was like, oh yeah.
That's what
I
happens.
still need to change her name in my own phone contacts, and I'm like too lazy to fucking do it. But like, I'm really happy for them, and the wedding was awesome. Like I danced so fucking hard.
Yeah, we saw photos.
Yeah, I danced a lot.
Your mum sent photos. She posted photos of you and Nina dancing, and I was like, oh,
Nina
cute.
and I danced to Teenage Dirtbag.
Her name is
like it came on and no one else was on the dance floor. I'm like, we kind of met to the song because I used to play it for Last Till Dawn, and that's the last song that we played on the set each time. So it was the last song that we heard before we met. Because I met her after the set.
I got gym class
Sorry,
in
please.
half
I
an
danced to
hour.
it. So, but the funny thing is, like, my family, country, rural Australia, right? Stop. It's rural
We'll get
Australia.
copyrighted.
Rural Australia.
It's not that close.
And then Shannon's family are, I'm not going to say Indian, they're Fijian Indian, but they're
Just
you know,
say
more,
what they
more
are.
Bollywood music. So like, it was like, the Nut Bush didn't actually play, but just imagine the Nut Bush versus Bollywood. That's basically the entire night. We listen
I want to see that movie.
I don't know any of the Bollywood songs, but shit tons of Bollywood songs. I danced to all of them. And then we also had fucking
I'm not gonna lie.
one really famous country song, and then we also had like Old
Wait,
Town.
fried chicken?
We had Old
chicken
Town
fried?
Road.
What?
We played Old Town Road.
Oh yeah, that's not bad.
That's universal.
Yeah, so that was fun. I danced with Mum to that one.
Country
She likes it. She actually likes it. So
Take me home.
that was fun. We haven't had a podcast for a while. We had Comic Con. Nothing from Comic Con is up yet. Maybe it will be up by the time that you're listening to this.
Doubt it.
Comic Con was amazing. It was
Wait,
Keena,
when do we
Nina,
upload?
and myself.
Wednesday.
Shut up.
Do we upload Wednesdays?
We upload whenever I can get around to it.
Yeah, that's what it's devolved to. Comic Con was amazing. I went with Keena, Nina, and myself. We went.
I was
and we saw.
That was it.
If you guys haven't already seen the videos, that will be up.
Yeah.
We interviewed the Super Australians.
Yeah.
They are a comic book. I guess they're not really. They're not a company. This is the problem that I had when I was interviewing them, because before interviewing them, I had to ask them pre-interviewing questions like, "What do I call you guys? Do you have a company name?" No, we're all independent. Okay, so do I just call it the Super Australians? And like, well, that's not really what we are. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to, because you can't give me anything else. So they have a comic book series, I would say, because there's one comic book, as far as I know, with several characters in it. They are all Australian-based characters. It is marketed as the Australian Justice League. It's very interesting, very cool. It's very weird to see like comic book writing and comic book style of like this new superhero like on this front cover of this comic book and on these posters, and then it says the name of the character, and then it's just like Norfolk Island, and I'm like, what the fuck? Or like the fucking, I think it's called like the Pinnacles in northern Western Australia. Like there's one guy based there. Like there's heaps of all sorts of stuff. It's amazing what they've done. It's a group of 26 comic book writers and illustrators. They did amazing work on it. If you ever get the chance to read the comic book, I recommend it. It's really good, and I would definitely recommend supporting that industry in Australia, as we don't really have it.
Yeah, no, that Super Australians.
Yeah, the Super Australian.
I can't find them on.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out if they're a publisher. I'm just trying to figure out what they are. Publisher.
I interviewed. I can't remember his name.
They're from Black Comics. That's the publisher. And
Oh,
they,
really? Okay. Well,
Black
it would
House
have been
Comics.
nice. Like I was talking to them.
Yeah, like what's your publisher?
They were
Like,
like,
they-
well. But you will read, like, they were amazing people.
yeah.
He is amazing. They do amazing work, and I really recommend reading the comic book if you get the chance. All sorts as well. Like there were older people there, younger people there, transgender people there, all people of heaps of different races. It was a very diverse crowd, very diverse storytelling. It was awesome. We also got the
They
chance
stole my
to,
idea. I've been wanting to do Australian Justice League for ages.
Well, you were late to the party. I'm sorry, but
I was.
You-
I'm always late to parties.
Keena interviewed Nicola Scott.
Nicola Scott, yes, she's an Australian comic book artist. She's great. She drew Nightwing's butt, which became a meme. She's drawn Nightwing's butt before in like very voluptuous fashion, and she's done it again recently for his 80th anniversary. and it got memeified again, and that was very fun. That was my first interview I've ever done. I think I asked like 2 or 3 questions.
It lasted for about, I think, like 3 minutes 30 or something like that. It went for a little while.
It was
It was a good interview. You
Yeah.
talked to her, it was great. The other person we interviewed was Aaron Dismuke. I could not pronounce his last name like that in the interview, so please apologise for me just saying, I'm here with Aaron. People won't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's Aaron Dismuke. He voiced Alphonse in the original Full Metal Alchemist series, so he was only 12 when he performed the role. It's not Brotherhood, it is Full Metal Alchemist. Original. He also, if you watch the interview, performed a line live for us from his new series, Dr. Stone. He plays the main character. There you go.
Oh, he plays the main character. Awesome. I've been wanting to check out Dr. Stone for a while.
Dr. Stone looks really
A lot
good.
of the Dragon Ball people I follow on Twitter are like.
He
super
also
into it.
played a role in Dragon Ball Z movie. I can't remember what the movie is. It's the one where Goku goes Super Saiyan 3 Dragon Fist.
Wrath of the Dragon. Oh, he was Tapion's brother.
Yeah. So he was Tapion's youngest brother. The young brother that...
Okay, you
sealed
both said 2 different ones there. Is it Tapion or Tapion?
It's Tapion.
I thought
It's
it was
Taipon.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, he played his young brother who sealed the monster originally in that movie. He's played all sorts of roles. He's also a new character in My Hero Academia.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who could phase through walls, one of his groupies. So he's very interesting.
It's the guy who like looks somewhat emo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I can't remember. I don't think he...
Look, I'm going to be honest. We didn't do a
it.
whole lot of interviews at Oz Comic Con.
It was their first time, and
It was our first time. We didn't really know what to say or do, but we got there. We got a few interviews in, some really nice interviews. We talked to a lot of cosplayers as well, and we also got to speak to somebody about Cure Cancer Foundation, which you will also see on its own video up shortly.
Yes.
What
Is that all?
Yep. What have you been into this week, Keena?
Quite a bunch of stuff. I went and got the Platinum Trophy in Control. Do you guys know what Control is? Control is done by the same people who made Alan Wake. Yep. Okay. Same people who made Alan Wake. And it's kind of Twin Peaksy, which is like, in terms of like crazy, not crazy, it's like, makes you think sort of stuff. Like, do you know what Twin Peaks is at all?
I have no idea.
I'm just trying to think of something that is still it's like Twin Peaks is a murder mystery, but it takes you to like weird places. Like one of the scenes we watched at uni was the actors have to say their lines backwards, but then when it's shown in the show, they've gone and reversed their dialogue, so it's reversed. So it's really weird. So it's like that kind of like trippy stuff. I'm trying to think of another inspiration and I can't. It's very much like that in terms of just weird. It's just weird stuff.
Okay.
The idea is you're a woman who's been looking for your brother your whole life, and you finally get to the place called the Federal Bureau of Control, which is basically the FBI but for supernatural stuff.
Okay.
And then you go in, you become the director, like head person, because you get his gun. He died, shot himself. So you get his gun. So now you're the boss. Very Highlander.
What? Wait. So he killed himself.
Yep.
Therefore, the fact that you touched his gun, you now control everyone.
Not control everyone. You get the gun, and then
Like, you
everyone's
tell
just like,
everyone
"You're the
what
boss
to do."
now," and you're like, "Oh shit."
That's weird.
Yeah, it is very weird, but whatever. That's the conceit of the game. And then it's just going through like these. You go to the astral plane in the game, and you go to and you like defeat monsters in there. You get training. You also get like telepathic powers. Like you can push stuff into enemies. You can hover. You can levitate. That's what they call it. It's a very fun game. My main problem with it is that like it has horrible frame rate issues. Like you're shooting, a bunch of enemies come to the screen, and you're like throwing stuff at them. It'll start, just the frame rate will cut to shit, and you're like, oh no, this fucking sucks. Which has been a theme lately of all the games a bunch of games I've been playing, which is bad frame rate, because then Link's Awakening, I've also played. I
Yeah?
finished it. I really, really liked it. But whenever you're pretty much on the overworld where there's any grass, it starts slowing down. And you're like, can we not have frame rate? Like, I feel the Switch is better than this and Nintendo is better than this.
Yeah.
But it doesn't take away too much of the thing. Link's Awakening is very, very cute. And it's also a good palate cleanser after Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild, huge, big game. I put 120 hours into it, I think. And then this is like 20 hours total to do pretty much everything. There's probably like 2 things I missed, like collecting heart containers and shit like that. But I did most of the side quests, and it's very cute. It's very simplistic, which is because it was a Game Boy game.
Yeah.
And it's just remade, and they made all the modernizations they've made have been good in terms of controls. Like, usually you have to switch out to the Pegasus boots. Now they're just on a button. You just press it. You've always got them equipped when you get them, and it's good like that. You don't have to keep switching a bunch of stuff out. Link's Awakening's real good. After that, I played a game that came out the same day as Link's Awakening, Untitled Goose Game.
How is that? I've heard a lot about it.
It's really, really good. It's probably about 3 hours long, made by, I want to say, 4 dudes in Melbourne.
So it's another Australian game?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's really, really good. It's set in England. Someone's idea is that it's a bunch of Brexiters that you're terrorizing. Brexiters? Like,
Yeah. I get it.
So the idea of Untitled Goose Game is to you get a list of things to do, and it's like the first dude is like a farmer. He has a veggie patch basically, and you go in and like one of the things is make him wear his sun hat. And what you've got to do, wait for him to bend down and then like steal his hat from him and then run away, and then he'll be like, "Arr," and I have to go put on the sun hat. There's a thing where you have to lock a woman in a garage, so you have to like take one of her veggies inside to like trick her to go in, and then you go in and pull the string, she gets shut in. You can terrorize this kid. He's scared of geese, so you just fucking honk at him. Press Y to honk is the opposite of press F to pay respects. You press Y to honk and scare this kid into a phone booth. It's really, really fun. And then it has like a good ending as well. Like, you go to a model town, you're like, okay, I'm not going to tell you the ending because it's really good, but you go to a model town and you fuck it up and then you do something that takes you back to the start. It's really good.
Okay, cool.
It is kind of a stealth puzzle game because you've got to figure out how to do everything without. Because if the people that you're terrorizing get this thing that you're trying to take from them, they'll just pick it up, put it back. It's a really fun game. You can make the kid buy back his own airplane. Like, you just put it in the shop and the person like, "You're stealing from me." He's like, "No, the fucking goose put it here." And all of it's done through like expressions and like little like bubbles, like image bubbles.
Yeah.
That's fun. Untitled Goose Game. It's Australian. I paid $22 for it. I think it's $29 total. It's good. It's only on Switch and PC.
Okay.
It's fun. What else have I done? Beat Saber. Played Beat Saber for the first time in ages. I'm not fit. They've had they put up Panic at the Disco. It's only like 4 songs.
Which ones?
The Greatest Showman.
Yep, good one. Mona Lisa.
No.
Damn it.
I don't think so.
Since Not Tragedies.
No.
Since Not
It's a lot of their new stuff.
High Hopes.
Yes, that's the one I'm thinking of.
Hey, Look, Mama Made It.
I don't think so.
Head in the Clouds.
No. I can only think of Greatest Showman and
Roaring
High Hopes.
20s.
No. But the 4 songs are good. I'm like, damn, am I going to start listening to Panic at the Disco now?
Oh, I have been there many times. You listen to a song and you're like, man, that's a good song. And then you listen to it and you listen to it again and again and again. And you're like, wow, I really, really want to listen to that type of song. And you go, wait, that's an artist that's been around for years.
Yeah.
Let's go back.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
Go back.
that's a house for living. And then it's like, no,
I signed in with a half bunch of people never heard of. Closing the goddamn door. No.
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 No, I'm deaf. I can't hear anything.
What did you say?
One sense of points and rationality.
And then I watched Joker.
Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you've seen it?
Yeah. It's a movie.
I have not seen
I've
it.
heard that. I've heard that it's like, yeah, it's like some people are like it was amazing, and other people are just like, yeah, I mean like it wasn't bad. Like that's what
Some
I
people
hear.
have also said it's bad. One of the best describers I've heard of it is it's hollow. It sets up all these like ideas of like themes like mental illness and society and classes.
We live in a society.
Pretty much, but then it just feels hollow. Like that statement, "We live in a society." It just seems hollow. Like,
Apparently it's really brutal.
yeah, spoilers a little bit.
No.
It's just a death count. Joker doesn't kill that many people. It's weird for a Joker.
But the
movie.
way he does it.
The way he does it is
Okay.
fucking intense. Like it's intense. And you're like, fuck, that's right. This is a MA movie, and they, don't shy away from it.
Do you reckon it would be better if it was R18?
I thought it was R and
It's R in America, which is their highest standard. To get an R in Australia, you basically have to rape people. Like that's RR. Like a really, really intense violence. Like John Wick was censored to MA 15+ because someone got like his eye shot out or like stabbed out or something. Like really intense stuff.
Not gonna lie, John Wick 3 wasn't that great. A lot of people built it up to me, and it was good, don't get me wrong, but like the way people were like, yeah, it's fucking amazing, he does this thing with this book. It happens right at the start. Spoilers, sorry. It happens right at the start, and then the rest of the
intense.
film is like it's John Wick.
Yeah.
So like, I was expecting better than 1 and 2.
Yeah.
It was pretty much on par, if not slightly worse than the second one.
I think, for John Wick, I think the pacing, because it's longer, I'm like, can we just wrap a couple of these fight scenes quicker?
Yeah.
But to be fair, I go into John Wick not for the story or anything, even though like I do like the lore that they've built.
Yeah.
It's just the
I was
awesome
gonna say-
choreography, fight scenes. Like that's
Yeah.
all I'm there for.
Yeah, like the next one's gonna be gangster.
Oh
It's
yeah,
gonna be so good.
yeah. I am glad that they're doing a John Wick 4. Comes out 2021. Yeah. But yeah, Joker's just. I can't recommend it to anyone, and I can't.
Oh, mate, sorry. It just keeps escaping.
And I can't call it a bad movie because there's enough good stuff in it. Like it's a good film to watch, as in like the cinematography, the soundtrack is good. Like the songs they use I don't like, but the score, like there's some like I forget what it is, but like you can hear instruments and you're like, oh, I haven't heard instruments in a movie in a while. The aesthetics they nail, like it's set in the 80s, and from like the get go, like they use the 80s fonts and Warner Brothers logo, and like this is an 80s movie. Like could have just copy pasted a few things and like, yep, this is the 80s. But other than that, it's just like has some like it treats mental illness as like someone who's never really interacted with it. It's treat protesting with people who haven't really interacted with it. It's just a bit. Yeah.
bit raw.
So, sorry?
Bit raw.
Not raw, just like people think they know what they're talking about, but they don't. Like, yeah. It just seems like someone who's never actually experienced any of this is making a story about it. You're like, this could have been done with more sensitivity or like, yeah. This movie could have been more, and it should have been more, but we'll never see a sequel or anything, which is good.
So is that? I know it was meant to be like an origin film. Obviously not meant to be the origin film of the Joker from Suicide Squad.
No.
So what is it an origin film of?
It's
Just like to bring about that society's fucked and can ruin people, or
It's DC in their comics have these things called Elseworlds, It's basically that. Like, this is an Elseworlds of a Joker story. Like, if Joker were to have an origin, this is one of them. The same way there's like a million Batman origins, a million Superman origins. This is just one where his name is Arthur Fleck, something that's never been in the comics before.
Yeah, because usually he doesn't have a name, does he?
Usually he doesn't. The most canonized version is, I want to say Jack Napier, but that's Jack Nicholson. Whoever he was in The Killing Joke, I forget his name.
I know what you're talking about. That was a fucking good animated film. And even better comic.
Yeah, the comic's tight and brilliant. Yeah.
In saying that, I feel like we've already spoken about this before, but what do you reckon at the end of the animated film? Did Batman kill him?
The implication I got from the comic was yes, because it's the Killing Joke. It's the joke that finally makes Batman snap.
Yeah.
The movie, I don't know. Doesn't it make it less ambiguous?
How do you mean?
I haven't seen the movie since it came out, which was like 2016, 2017.
Yeah, to be fair, I haven't seen it for a bit as well.
Yeah. I want to say it made it less ambiguous, and like Joker's laugh cuts off.
It does.
Yeah, so...
It does, yeah. So right at the end, they're both laughing together, and Joker and him are both laughing, and then Batman's life kind of takes over.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't so much say that Batman killed him, because, to be fair, in saying that, if that was to happen, I feel like Oracle wouldn't work with him.
That's the thing, like, Killing Joke, the book was never canon. It was sort of...
No, but, like, remember afterwards, it then had Oracle being Oracle. Rather than being Batgirl, I'm pretty sure it had her...
I thought it just ended at the laughs.
Fuck, maybe it did.
I haven't seen the movie since it came out I saw it in theaters, and then I also saw it on Blu-ray. But... yeah, that's the thing. Like in the comics, it was written like Joker, as in like this Elseworld story. But everyone loved it so much that they just pretty much made it canon, except for like the ending where he kills Joker. Barbara got shot. She's now Oracle, paralyzed, and Oracle's she's the most powerful person in the
except she got in the movie.
Sorry.
I'm trying to think of the word. No, like I know the word, but I'm trying to think of a word to counteract said word. It's like something alert. It's like
Amber Alert?
Huh?
Amber Alert?
No. Where it's
Red
like
alert?
you're about to talk about something really serious.
Spoiler alert?
No, not spoiler alert.
Something really serious?
Trigger alert?
Trigger alert. Trigger alert for people who have been subjected. Anyway,
Yeah.
trigger alert. If you get triggered easily, do apologize. She got raped.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
So does Commissioner Gordon.
Did he?
Yeah.
I know he got molested.
By
I didn't
who?
think he got raped.
Joker.
What?
Yeah.
Did he?
Who did
It implies it more in the comic. And I
shit.
Yeah, like that's the one where like the 80s were edgy, the late 80s were edgy, would just kind of make Joker sexually assault people now.
Huh.
Yeah.
Edgy as fuck.
Yeah. That's
Wow.
why that's why I have like a love, not hate, but like love, can see it as extremely problematic book, The Killing Joke, because I'm like, yes, there's all the cool ideas, I love the art, I love the storytelling, but do we really need to be
I absolutely love The Killing Joke as a story.
yeah.
Not in the sense that I condone any.
Yeah, like
of
the
what
Joker, he's a
happened,
villain.
but it is such a good fucking story.
That's mine.
Why did you have his phone?
Because remember he was on it and I decided to take it?
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that either. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The Killing Joke is an important story within DC's canon. Like, not even like its story canon, but within its literature. It's one of the books that made Batman the Dark Knight that he became in the 90s and 2000s. It and The Dark Knight Returns. Have you seen those movies?
Which ones?
The Dark Knight Returns?
Is that Christian Bale?
No, that's Dark Knight Rises. The Dark Knight animated movies, Dark Knight Returns. It's one where he's old and he fights Superman and one of them.
Yes.
Yeah,
and he has Robin as Robin.
As Carrie Kelly, the girl, yeah.
I thought her name was Robin.
No.
Ah.
That Robin was... no. I think, again, you're confusing that with Dark Knight Rises, where like, you should reuse your real name, Robin.
No.
Yeah, no.
I always thought that little girl was like I'm pretty sure Kyron told me her name was Robin.
Maybe he did and just forgot her actual name.
Because the first part starts with Bruce Wayne like racing, and then they're like, "Hey, like you're trying to chase the thrills, but you're fucking 50 years old." And he's like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, that's the movie. She's Carrie Kelly. Yeah, those were the two movies that made Batman go dark in the 90s and 2000s. That's why we got the Batman Begins and The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Why are we on our phones?
Sorry, he's texting Nina and I was checking the time.
Alrighty. And that's it. That's all I've been up to lately.
That's too analog.
What have you been up to this week,
Dean.
Oh, we only limited to this week?
What have you been up to lately?
What have you been doing lately?
Would you mind giving me a beer, please?
Well,
beer me.
First of all,
Beer me if you dare.
I got Keena beer and it's upside down. What? That's crazy.
Well, that's so Australian.
Taxi, am I right?
Do you remember those Macca's ads where they try to make everyone eat their burgers upside down? Or like billboards?
Very barely, but I that does ring a bell.
I remember being offended. Like, I don't get offended that much.
Every now and again, I see something from like some sort of corporation being like, "Haha, Australia," and I'm like, "Shut the fuck up, you dumb cunts."
Chuck another shrimp on the barbie.
That's when you say, "Okay, doll, that's a step."
We don't drink Fosters.
No.
Fuck off. No one drinks Fosters.
My favourite story about...
Go fuck yourself.
My favourite story about Foster's is Jai Courtney in Suicide Squad, who played Captain Boomerang. The directors and producers were trying to get him to drink Foster's, and he's like, "No, I will not drink Foster's." Like, Jai Courtney is Australian, because he's like, "If I drink Foster's, they will not let me back into this company and back into the country." And I'm like, "Yeah, we wouldn't.
Yeah,
you'd be misrepresenting Australia."
Honestly, like, it's
we
like
don't drink fucking Foster's.
I saw a subtle Bogan traits post where it was like, "Oh, going to America, seeing a Foster's tap, and telling everybody that Australians don't drink Foster's." And it's like, well, to be fair, we fucking don't, because it's a piece of shit beer.
It's actually not that great. And we went. I've been to Byron Bay. And it was the only time I ever saw Foster's, and it was in like
I never see it.
Bottle near the beach in Byron Bay, one of the most
touristy
places you can go to in Australia. Everyone who comes to Australia, they're like, if they're going to go somewhere, it's either going to be Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Byron Bay, Gold Coast. Yeah. Those places are like top touristy places.
Yeah. I think I remember when I was little seeing Foster's on tap in a couple of pubs I went to.
But like, it's shit.
But yeah, it was like that, and it was like only a couple of cans there. Like, it was a minimum thing, and then like everyone has phased it out.
To give you a good idea, Foster's was overtaken by Pure Blonde.
I can say Pure Blonde, the ciders that are good, the 50 Lashes.
Yeah.
Like anything else.
Okay, not gonna lie, I'd never heard of 50 Lashes until halfway
every
through
fucking
September. So that was the thing. So halfway through September, someone was like, "Oh, can I get a 50 Lashes?" And I was like, because I was at a mate's birthday party. I was like, "Yeah, can I get a Scotch and Coke?" Everyone was like, "Yeah, Scotch and Coke." Blah 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 blah. And then this guy was like, "Can I get a 50 Lashes?" And I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And they're like, "Only one of the most popular beers ever." And I was like, "What?"
They're ciders.
Oh,
they're like
whatever.
He
said.
No, you're right. They're pale ale. You're
regardless, he mentioned the fact that it was quite popular, and he was really confused as to why I'd never heard of it. And I was like,
I am too.
I was like, well, I drink good stuff, like
50s
Yeah.
is
It
good.
was not great.
150 Lashes got really popular just before we reached drinking age.
Uh-oh.
It's one of my drinks of choices when I go out.
So
'cause
my
it's usually
stepmom
lighter.
just tagged me in a post on Facebook.
Here we go again, boys.
Never mind. That's okay. They're all...
That-
what? That's a good photo.
What?
I'm like, it's like a family photo, and everyone's like smiling, having a good time, and then there's me, and I'm trying to drink a beer. How good is that? How good is that?
Fucking looking dead in the bottle like, oh, what's
Literally,
this shit?
everyone's straight at the camera, and I'm like, really? That's so good. Oh man, these are great.
Anyway, let's continue.
Bad for an audio
Let's
podcast.
continue.
Anyway, so yeah, what have I been up to? Okay, so first of all, I haven't been on the podcast for a very long time.
No one has.
For those 6 viewers / listeners that do this on a regular.
Make it sound like a drug. Do this on the reg.
Yeah, I've been up to quite a lot. So last time I was here.
Last time on Amalgam Ballsy.
Last time on.
You don't have to repeat what he just said. You can continue your spiel.
Deansy! Fuck you, Keena! Anyway.
Fuck me, boy.
So, I was, also, I do the voice better, so fuck you. Anyway, so, yeah, when I was here last, I heard Kyron talk about, Devil May Cry 5,
Yep.
was it? Something like that, yeah. Whichever one it is, the
5,
latest
yeah,
one.
the new
Can
one.
you stop beatboxing?
I was adding music to your backstory.
Stop it. I don't want it. Anyway.
It is quite distracting.
So, yeah, I heard him talking about that, and I was like, and we told him it was on Game Pass.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait,
It's on Game Pass.
I have Game Pass. I can get Game Pass.
Ooh, what's this?
And so I downloaded it, started playing it, and like, it's an interesting story, but at the end of the day, I fucking hate V.
Oh, okay.
I do not like him as a character.
As like using the character or
As
like
in
how
using
fucking
him.
edgelord.
He's also very depressed and shit, and like, I know why,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, I don't like his character play.
Yeah.
I'll either play as Nero. Is it Nero?
Nero.
Nero and Dante, if I can.
Didn't you say you hated V as well?
No, I liked
No,
it.
he liked V. Kyron didn't.
I didn't like Nero.
And I was-
Nero is probably my least favorite.
To be fair, like
In terms of gameplay style, I think they're all.
V is okay.
For me, he's interesting and different. Like I haven't really done this before.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong. When I
Character
play
action.
him, I'm like, oh fuck, all right, I've got to change my game style. That's fair enough. And it's not like I fucking hate him or anything. It's just I would prefer to play as, if I had to choose one, Dante.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah. Dante's the balance. He's the one that the series revolves around.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. But in saying that, you don't play as Dante
All that
from the
much,
get-go.
yeah.
So, like, and maybe if I played as V from the get-go, I would then hate Nero.
Yeah.
Maybe. Who
Yeah.
knows? But I started as Nero. I like Nero. So my preference of play is Dante, Nero, V. That's it.
Yeah.
Again, don't mind V. Seems like a kind of cool character. Bit of a shithead.
Pretty decent energy drink.
Nero seems like he's trying to be Dante, but he can't be. He doesn't know why.
Yeah.
And then Dante's just Dante because he's fucking overpowered as shit.
Yeah.
Because he has an arm.
So yeah, played that for a bit. Haven't finished it yet because
The ending's worth it.
it's not okay. Fair enough. That'll probably make me go back and play it this week. But
Yeah.
to be fair, I haven't looked at I haven't even touched the game
Yeah.
for several weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just
Yeah.
kind of stopped playing it. Fair enough, whatever. So yeah, that's probably the only game I've been playing. Other than that, I played a bit of Rainbow Six Siege. That was kind of cool, but nothing really serious happened there.
Are you interested in the new Rainbow Six that just came out? No. That's I'm thinking of.
Ghost Recon.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Ghost Recon.
Oh, it's on Clancy's.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah, no.
didn't even know something was released.
I think there's just 2 Ghost Recon games coming out.
Dead
They're
Clancy's Ghost Recon.
Dead Clancy.
Is he dead?
Yeah, Tom Clancy's been dead for ages, and Ubisoft's like, fuck Yes.
It's like, why are they calling it Dead Clancy? That's weird.
I think there's 2 Ghost Recon games coming out. There's
Yeah, no,
Breakpoint, and then there's like
I've only played one
zombie
Ghost
game?
Recon, and that was the game that was released on release with the Nintendo 3DS.
I remember that. You're like, I've got this game, and when we were playing 3DS, I'm like, that's cool. Can we play Pokemon now?
Yeah, right?
I think that was
Ghost Recon.
I want to say Winter Soldier. That's not right.
Ghost
Soldier.
Recon Winter Soldier.
I want to say
Fucking
Wildlands.
dickhead.
That's definitely
Yeah, no, not
it.
Wildland. I remember I played the demo for it. I'm like, this fucking sucks on the 3DS because the 3DS it's not designed for action games unless you had the fucking second stick with it.
No. So it wasn't an action game. It was like XCOM.
Huh.
Yeah.
Then I have no idea what that is.
I can't remember what it was called. I just remember it being Ghost Recon, and I was like, "Wow, it's the only 3D
Ghost
game I
Recon
have."
Tactics.
And that was it.
If we
Yeah.
called that'd be fine. That's a good.
Anyway, I played Siege like twice. I say I played Siege. I played it like fucking like for 4 hours, collectively in the last 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So that was fun. I've been. What the fuck are you doing?
What does it fucking look like?
Nathaniel's doing some ring tricks. He's just fingering in his arsehole. Lucky this is an audio podcast, eh? Stop fingering your ring. Man, what have I been doing? I don't do much, do I?
What have you been watching?
Clean my room. What have I been watching? I watched Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah,
That
that's on
shit's
Netflix
on
now.
Netflix.
In HD.
Bitch, sure is. So to be fair, I haven't seen the entire series
Yeah.
before, and so when I found out it was on Netflix, I was like, this is my chance, right? First of all,
I can talk about it with the cool kids.
I compared it to the live action movie when it first came out. Not compared it so much as I looked at the drastic disimprovements that they brought into that movie.
Yeah.
So like, when they first find Aang in the movie, they're like, are you okay? He's like, yeah, just my name's
Ong.
Ong, not Aang. Ong. I was like, shut up. That's not your name. So that was the thing. Whereas
It felt like a copyright-friendly.
right?
They got fucking everything wrong.
They-
It felt like they were trying to make it.
You mean wrong.
It felt like they were trying to make a copy of it without making it too
Right?
much like it.
It was so fucking
They're like,
shit.
okay, we can do Avatar: The Last Airbender. We have rights to the name, but nothing else.
Yeah.
So
But that was the thing. So that movie tried to be so serious. It was like, my name's Ong. I'm like,
that was the problem. Is
blah, blah,
that
blah.
they were made Aang such a fucking serious character.
Yeah, he's
and
not.
he's like a
He's
playful boy.
absolutely not. The only time he's serious is when he's in the Avatar state. But
And when he realizes the responsibility of the world, like that's his character.
yeah, but like in saying that, the moment he wakes up, he's like, "Come closer," and Katara's like, "What? What's wrong?" And he's like, "Do you want to go penguin sledding with me?" And it's like, "What?" He's like, "Do you want to go penguin sledding with me?" And
Yeah.
he just like fucking loses his mind, and they're like, "What the fuck, cunt? You've been in this fucking ice for 100 years." And you want to go penguin
You've been
sledding.
on ice for 100 years, cunt. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. Penguin sledding. But so I've been watching that. In saying that, I have not been paying attention because I'll play it on my TV and then like I'll just go because I've got a TV in my room and that's connected to my
Wow,
Xbox.
that's cool.
Right. So I'll play it and then like I'll just be watching it and then I'll like fall asleep and then I'll be like four episodes later and I just kind of forget.
Yeah.
So like I was watching it this afternoon and it was up to spoiler alert
For a 10-year-old show.
for well to be fair I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Whatever. But like I understand the
Yeah.
general overview of it, but yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
regardless, so I was watching it today, and it was up to that episode with where Zuko goes to that Earth tribe village.
Is this in book 2?
Sorry.
Is this in book 2?
Oh,
Season
and
2?
he like sees the
Book 2, yes.
the kid that's like, you're like my brother, and he's like, I'm proud to be like your brother, and then he's firebending, and the kid's like, fuck you.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. So I saw that and I was like, wow, that was a strong episode. And then the next one, Toph was there,
Yeah.
and I was like, man, the last episode I saw, they didn't even know about Toph, let alone like they I think they crashed in the swamp.
Yeah.
And so I was like, how the fuck did I get this far? And so I had to go back like fucking 4 episodes.
Yeah, she had the full on episode.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure she was up after the swamp. Because they were like, oh, why did Ong?
No, we'll call him Aang.
Why did Aang see this person that he's never met before? It was like, oh, past lives, you know, blah blah blah. You're the Avatar. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Obviously, you saw Toph, right? So yeah, I'm yet to get to the boulder. The boulder is conflicted. You know, like that's
book 3.
fucking
yeah.
love the boulder.
Yeah.
One of my favorite characters. But yeah, so I've got I think once I finish it, I'm gonna have to restart it because I've missed so much.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Avatar's a really good show.
Yeah, it is.
Secret
It is really good.
tunnel.
Secret Tunnel.
Secret tunnel. Yeah, I haven't been up to that point yet.
No, that's in book 1. That's like
Oh,
a
is
filler episode. People consider that to be the worst episode.
Cool. All right. So clearly, I need to restart it because I don't know what the fuck you're talking
I
about.
thought that was in book like 3.
No, it's the first season. It's like the one episode that was on ABC a lot. I'm like, can we just stop seeing this episode? But like, yeah, within the fandom, everyone considers it to be the worst because it is the quintessential filler episode.
I don't think it's in book 1.
It is. I promise.
Regardless, I've also been watching South Park.
I need to.
That's on Netflix now as well.
So it
I
was
saw it like
so,
season 1, best of 19, 20, 21.
So
whatever.
season. Oh, you're in trouble. So season 13 to the late, maybe not the latest, but they had. So they had some on Stan. Yeah. Right. Sorry, I keep burping. There's so many bubbles in this shit.
You sound very emotional.
So many bubbles that I just thought I started. Yeah, so it was seasons 16 to 21 were on Stan. So one night I was at Nathaniel's and we started watching season 16, and then from there I just kind of did exactly what I'm doing with Avatar, where I would play it.
Lends itself more to that.
Correct, but in saying that, these seasons, they like the season towards the end, the season would be like a continuous episode, whereas opposed to the original seasons where it was like, oh my god, they killed Kenny, you bastards, you know, like that type of shit would happen every episode. But with this one, Kenny doesn't even die once. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, like,
I know that Kenny's not in it for a couple seasons.
that bitch is alive. And like I like even seeing the Stick of Truth episode and then the yeah, what's it called? The Coon and Pals or something. Coon and Friends. Yeah. Like that, those episodes, I was like, wow, this was actually quite a while ago.
Yeah.
And it was like, Lord, 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 I am Lord, 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 Lord. That's probably one of my favorites.
I forgot she was a singer.
Yeah, Lord. What is she doing now? Does she even sing anymore?
Who?
Lord.
Yeah.
You can be the class clown.
I know a lot of people really want her next album. That's all I know.
Why?
Lord knows what.
Because she's Lord, so she would know what she's doing.
Full fucking done.
Go and drink some Fosters, you daft cunt.
But yeah, honestly, I haven't been doing too much. Bit of drinking.
I was waiting for it.
I've been drinking, I've been working.
Has he been though?
I've been working.
Hey, we got it. Take a drink.
I can't. Yeah.
Whose fault is that?
Yours.
What?
Thank you. You're a good friend for getting me a beer.
Been meeting some people.
Ooh, meeting some people.
It's not what I meant.
Meet and greet.
It's not what I meant.
Hey, you're the one.
Oh, we had Nina's 21st.
We did.
We took some fancy photos. I'm really keen to actually upload those. As I said to you before, there's a photo of us that I want to make my new profile picture. Because I have had people at work say, hey, your older brother is hotter than you, which is completely untrue. And B, that's a bad photo of me, so I need to get a better photo of me.
I was surprised by how many compliments I got at the 21st because my outfit was not planned.
You looked like a detective from the 1970s.
Everyone said that, and I'm like, oh, okay.
It's like, she was murdered from the inside, and I just don't know how. This job gets to me.
That's all the noir detective films you know.
Pretty much, yeah.
Except the mystery would have been like, I don't understand why Kyron and Annika have to have 50 smokes every 3 minutes.
Fuck you,
Doesn't
Kyron.
make a whole lot of
The
sense.
biggest question of the night is, why did he dye his hair blue? Why?
Yeah,
How-
that-
Oh, you guys haven't seen yet, but Kyron's hair is blue. Anyway,
that caught me off guard.
Yeah, no, his shirt looks like a ninja now.
you know what? I made a joke. I made a joke when I first saw them because I went over to their place. We went outside. They were rolling smokes, and I was like, "You know what? Your hair reminds me of Kyron." And he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna make this joke, and you're gonna hate me for it." And he's like, "What joke?" And I'm like, "Well, you know Annika." And they're like, "Well, yeah." And I'm like, "Well," I know. I was like, "Well, she's your queen, and God help anyone who dare disrespect your queen."
Oh, okay. That's not where I was going.
Because she's got fucking like red, like pinkish hair, and fucking Kyron's got like, it's blue in the dark, but if you see it during the day, it's green as fuck.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Has he got like this bullshit electric blue? Like,
No, it's not dark enough for electric blue. It's like
but it's like opposite.
Yeah, like at night it looks blue, but if you see it during the day, it's green as fuck. And that's when I saw it, and I'm like,
So
help
I
anyone
already
who dares disrespect
I already told you guys this, but so with Nina's 21st, there was a photo booth, and Nathaniel and I took some photos together, and I was like, fuck, they are great. It's like we went to formal, because I left Roma before we could do our formal, or for you American viewers, is like a prom. Yeah, so I was like, oh man, like this is really great. Let's get Kyron in here. And then we got Kyron in, we took some photos, and fucking realized Kyron didn't dress up like Nathaniel and I did. Instead, he was wearing a fucking shirt and
a jacket
denim jacket.
that said "Hell fuck yeah" on the back of it.
Which, to be fair, we didn't take a picture of the jacket. But I've got these photos like pinned to my computer at work, and everyone was like, oh wow, was this your school formal? I was like, no, this was just last weekend. They were like, oh wow, really cool. What was the theme? And I was like, oh yeah, dress up, blah blah blah. And they were like, oh yeah, cool. So this guy clearly went all out. And I was like, yeah, he left his jacket in Roma, so he couldn't really dress up. And they were like, cool. So he went with the denim jacket and shirt, and I was like, that's exactly what I fucking said. Like, there was just no deviation whatsoever. It was
Kyron didn't try very hard.
No.
Yeah. His pitch was that his hair was the thing that was supposed to impress, but then the rest of him didn't come together.
So
It didn't come together. It wasn't the perfect picture.
To be fair, I wasn't wearing that either. But
yeah, other than
Yeah, but you
that,
tried. At least you wore a button-up shirt.
I always wear a button-up shirt.
Yeah, me too.
It was a long sleeve button-up shirt.
to be fair, other than that, I haven't been up to much. So
I guess that is kind of dressing up for Kyron.
I have written most notes on you, so you've technically done quite a bit.
you're welcome.
Anyway, let's continue. Is there anything we want to talk about PlayStation 5 and our thoughts and then wrap it up?
I feel like you want to, so we will. I was going to say most of it for Games Lab.
Well, maybe we should, but I'll talk a little bit. Like, basically, my only thing about it is like, fuck, it's that time already. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like.
It's been 7 years.
I know.
By the time the
I
PS5
know,
release, it'll be
like-
7 years.
I know that it's due time,
Yeah.
but fuck, it doesn't feel like it.
Yeah.
It feels like I've barely had this machine.
Yeah.
It feels like that machine's barely been readily available for me. And it feels like... oh, pardon me. It sounded like I was going to cry then, but I just burped. Anyway.
It didn't feel like a burp, just like, ugh. Like,
But that... It feels like there hasn't been... On any of the consoles, any games really for me to enjoy properly. Like, on the PS4, I had God of War.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Like, Spider-Man was good, but it's a Spider-Man game. I had
It's a
that.
really, really good
Yeah, it's
Spider-Man.
good, but like, I guess I had the same amount of fun with that Spider-Man game as I did Web of Shadows during its time. Like, it's a Spider-Man game, dude. And I feel the same way about, like, the Xbox One and the Switch as well. Like, it's going to be time for them to... Like, I know, like...
Which will be a little bit later.
The Nintendo lifespan usually hits halfway through Xbox and
Yeah.
PlayStation lifespan. But, like, the Xbox will be next. And,
Xbox will also release Holiday 2020. They
Yeah.
haven't announced it, but it will.
yeah.
That's how those two work.
So, like, I feel like I've barely had these consoles and I've barely been able to have fun with them, and they're already moving on to what's next. What bigger and better things. And I'm like, the hardware is amazing.
Yeah. Like,
The hardware this time around has been way better than any content that has actually been able to come out to match it, in my opinion. Like, that the VR technology has been there, barely any decent VR games.
That's alright.
To me, like, what VR games in your opinion?
Beat Saber.
Yeah, Beat Saber.
I bought 2 today. I bought Wolfenstein and Batman Arkham VR.
I haven't played those, but
That's
I,
the thing,
like-
it's not, like, you don't have the time to experience it. Like,
well, like, I've
Astro-
played VR games.
Yeah.
But
Astrobot
like,
is
but
the
you
game.
have also different. You look at games a lot differently than I do.
Yeah.
Like, you look at it as like an appreciation of what people have done, whereas I look at it as like purely entertainment. This is how
do get
I feel.
entertainment out of them as well. But
Yeah.
yeah.
But I look at it like it's purely entertainment. You look at it as like, this is the sort of budget that they had, and this is the sort of fucking shit that they've done in the past, and this is what they're aiming to do, and blah, blah, blah. Whereas I look at it as like, did I have fun? No. Probably not. More often than not, I'm disappointed by most games nowadays. But, like, that's because I guess, like, the main thing I want out of a game is a good story.
Mhm.
And that's why I like Breath of the Wild. That's why I like...
That's a weird choice to go, but...
But that's the thing, is like,
yeah.
while you had such free reign and there wasn't
Yeah.
much of a story, it was an amazing way to tell a story through free roam.
Yeah.
And God of War.
Yeah.
God of War was an amazing storytelling.
Have you played
Game.
Horizon?
No, I wanted to. but
Horizon,
haven't
I think,
actually
will
got to it.
scratch your Zelda and God of War. Not as good as either of those, but it's in a similar, like, just the echelon below them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what sort of games would you be expecting for the PlayStation 5, and how do you think it's going to affect VR? Like, do you think that VR is going to evolve leaps and bounds now, or do you think it's going to be the same thing next and then it'll slowly evolve, or what do you think?
So,
I feel
What
like
do
they're
you-
going to try to
okay.
milk it.
question 1. PlayStation 5, do you just mean for the launch, or...
No, just answer the question. Like, how do you think it's going to, like, as a lifespan, how do you think a PlayStation 5 is going to affect gaming? Because the PlayStation 4, in my opinion, was probably, in terms of game evolution or like changing the gaming community, I think the PlayStation 4 did the best job at it, especially with VR.
Yeah, there's that aspect. PlayStation 4 generation, along with the Xbox One, is the generation that brought about the Twitch streaming community.
Yeah.
So that's what changed. That I would say that's the main thing this generation of things that changed. Next generation, I think, will be the streaming services like Google Stadia, Xbox Cloud, and
Isn't Google getting their own?
Google
console?
Stadia, Xbox X Cloud, and PlayStation been ramping up its remote play lately, which is from the console rather than from the cloud. But I think they're building their cloud stuff. That's what next gen will be, is focusing on the cloud. That's not going to affect us here in Australia because we've got fucking shitty internet, but I think we'll slowly get to that. In terms of VR specifically, you know of the Oculus Quest.
Yeah.
Oculus Quest got a new update recently. You know it as a just solo headset. You don't need to attach it to the computer, and it has the motion controls. Now you can attach it to the computer, and make it like a proper Vive. Like you've got a proper Oculus thing. You have access to the full store. All you need is USB-C thing. Along with that, they've also got, I think there's a beta program where it can do hand tracking. So the idea with that would be you no longer have to have controllers even.
So the Kinect.
Kind of.
I've always thought that if Xbox did VR, they should definitely implement the Kinect.
If they did the Kinect 4 years later than what they actually did, they'd probably be in the running for an actual.
I reckon if they launched the Xbox One without the Kinect originally and then implemented the Kinect for Xbox One later down the track, they probably would have done very well with the Kinect.
That's the thing with the reports that are coming out of both Xbox and PlayStation, that they are going to have a voice assistant on board. My assumption for PlayStation is that it'll be Google because the Sony TVs have had Google support, and Microsoft will have Cortana and Amazon and Google. That's the one thing that people liked about Kinect, like the Kinect of the Xbox One generation, is that it could do voice well.
Yeah.
And in retrospect, that's how Kinect was ahead of the curve on everything. Is that like it was doing voice commands before the AI assistants were doing anything. Going back to VR, I think PlayStation VR
We'll have the iToy.
PlayStation cameras. Like I've written up a thing on the website where it's like the camera has to be so much better because it's still a standard definition digital camera. Like it's awful. I'm surprised it's any sort of good as it is. The camera needs to be better, or just wirelessly connect to the PlayStation. Because as good, PlayStation VR is technically the worst, but it's the most comfortable.
Yeah.
At where we are by the time 2020, which I don't think that's when PSVR 2 will release. Oculus Quest is a thing, and it is awesome, and the same sort of strength as a PSVR. So PSVR should be wireless, or at least one wire to the PlayStation, not like this weird box in between. Like everything needs to at least be, it needs to be streamlined. The Move controllers have been around since 2010. The tech hasn't been improved. Get 2020 motion controls, much better. Or if we can do the hand tracking shit, even better.
We need the power glove.
Pretty much, yeah. And I think they've confirmed that the controllers will be USB-C charged, which is...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it's the standard now, and tech companies are slowly moving there, except Apple. They're like...
No. Did you see? No. I mean, you're right, spite.
It's like, yeah.
So with Apple, they've still got the Lightning adapter for the phone, but instead of going into the wall adapter with a USB, they've got a USB-C now.
It's USB-C to Lightning now.
How fucking stupid is that?
So
It makes sense that their iPads are also USB-C instead of...
Only the iPad Pro is a USB-C.
Right, but that's the latest.
Yeah, and it's also, they came out last year.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So like they're like
They're
I
pro
feel
You
like
want to know why? Because they make money on cables.
Yeah.
Sure.
They have the patent online.
Yeah.
So they can make
And
money.
people can't replicate it now because they put the hardware into their cables and their phones so
who
that it
gives
has
a-
to be the
But that's the thing, they
gives a
are going
fuck?
to move to C eventually.
Yeah, eventually, but at the moment they're making money. Why would they change it? People like iPhones because it has the letter I in front of it. It's Apple. People will buy it because it's iOS. They know it, they're not going to change it. That's why, because people are comfortable with it. People have always wanted one thing that doesn't change. That's why people like Apple.
Well, USB-C, I think, is that. It's the one thing that it'll be super standardized. Everyone will be running on USB-C.
Yeah, but people thought that about USB.
To be fair, for the most part, it worked. It was
Yeah.
just the end of it, like whether it was micro or mini or whatever. Like,
Do you guys remember USB SS?
which was?
I mean, it's still a thing, but
Yes.
USB
Super
SS
Speed?
super speed.
Is that the blue one?
That is the blue one.
Yeah. SSD. You know, like just very
So-
fast USB power.
Okay, next time you have a look at a modern laptop, have a look at all the USB ports. There will be
Some of them
one-
will be black and some will be blue.
correct.
The blue ones are
The
faster.
blue ones are faster.
If you have a external hard drive, look.
I don't think I've ever seen blue. Like, what do you mean, like in the thing themselves? Or?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Correct.
USB inputs and outputs. If they're blue, it's an SS
Like
drive.
not 3.0?
Nah, it's not quite the same, but
It's an SS, which means like if you've got a hard drive, I've got a hard drive that's SS.
Yeah.
If you plug it into that same port, it's so fucking quick to do everything. I'm pretty sure. I mean, like this has a solid state drive. That's what it
Yeah,
says.
I know
Solid
what solid
state.
state is, yeah.
SSD, meaning it's faster to transfer stuff. So if you plug, I used to have I still do have the hard drive that I used to use this with all the time. If you plug that hard drive into this, you can transfer files like that because it's a solid state drive. That's what this has. That's what mine is.
So I can just read solid states.
No, anything can read solid states. A solid state is faster if you connect it to a solid state port.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's faster to transfer files.
I think 3.0 is faster.
Probably, and C is even faster
Yeah.
again. And that's the thing. It's like it's left the technology behind.
Yeah.
C is where we need to be, but in saying that, my whole problem, the only problem I have with C, and it outweighs all the benefits because C is amazing.
Yeah.
I like C. I think it's where everything needs to be. It transfers fucking anything. My problem with it, the only problem I could think of with it, is that it will eventually be overtaken by something else, and that will happen as soon as everyone's finally on board, especially Apple. So as soon as everything's finally implemented, they'll be like, "There's this new thing," and I mean, like that is just how technology works. That's how it is.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you're right.
so like as soon as everything's finally implemented, we'll be having the same conversation about the next one.
Yeah. I think, going back to the VR, if it can just have one cord to the PlayStation and that's USB-C...
No, fuck cords, dude.
No.
We don't need cords nowadays. Just charge it. Like
No, it's not about the charging, it's about the connectivity. It's
No,
about...
I know that, but don't we have good enough connectivity by now? Like all you need is a decent.
It depends
router.
on what they want to go for. If they want PSVR 2 to be the top of the line, it needs to have like one cable, like at least USB-C.
Well, I agree
it
with
won't
you
be
there.
as
But, like,
top
we
of the line
have-
as a Xbox One is top of the line of computers. Like it, if it wants to be top of the line, it has to be PC and PC Master Race.
yeah.
Like fair enough, but no, PlayStation 5 will never top VR. If it tops VR, it's going to be its separate fucking console. It cannot be PlayStation 5. And yeah, we've got VR that is the best of the best. No, cannot happen. Because every console that comes out is pretty much like
I think what Keena is trying to say is that PlayStation VR has to be better than what it is now. Because at the moment...
But it can't be top of the range.
No.
Okay.
That's not what he's saying. He's saying it has to be better than what
I
it
heard the
is
words
now.
top of the range. That's all I'm going.
No, he's saying if you want top of the range connectivity, meaning that if you want it to be in real time, if you do it wirelessly, you're probably going to have some
very
frame rate
huge
issues.
input lag with everything.
Yeah.
I think the PSVR 2 can be better than 5.
I think
Right.
if
But
they're concentrating on remote play, the PlayStation VR should piggyback off of the PlayStation, yet be its own console.
Yeah.
We have that technology.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine. Like fucking run the game from that, but load it onto the VR when you play it.
Yeah.
If you have that technology, use it.
People think, you know the power box that you get with the VR?
Yeah.
Most reports are saying that power box is now inside the PS5 at the way it's being developed at the moment.
Yeah.
So by the time we get to PS5 when it comes out next year, PSVR 2 won't be available, but maybe the next year after that, you can just buy
I
the
think
headset by
maybe
itself.
maybe PSVR 2 won't be available, but maybe the first will be
The PSVR is backwards compatible with PS5.
Okay, yeah,
They
because that's what I'm
confirmed that.
hoping is like maybe games can still come out and we can still use them on the PS5.
Yeah. So
Pretty much everything from PS4 will work on PS5. They have.
So PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 will work on PlayStation 5. And
Fucking
back,
no PS3.
I really hope they
Yeah.
don't call it PlayStation 5.
IGN released a thing about it.
I don't want them to
PS3,
call it PlayStation 5.
So what? It's just
I
PS4.
Can they call it something
Because
else?
Xbox, whatever they're calling theirs,
Yeah.
Xbox
Oh.
360 One and wait, Xbox 360 and
One and
so no
720. We'll finally get the 720.
no. It's called, what did you say?
It's Scarlet.
Cool.
It's
So
called Scarlet.
Xbox 360 and Xbox One will all be backwards compatible.
What was
Not all games, but
All the games
backwards
that are
compatibility will be with the new console.
All the games
So the fact that the PlayStation 5 is only compatible with the PlayStation 4, that doesn't make sense.
That's a bad sign.
It's a fucking terrible idea.
The reason is the PS3 has such a weird fucking architecture to it. Like Xbox 360 was just a PC, same with Xbox One and the PS4. PS3 was this fucking weird like set of architecture that went into it.
Yeah,
That's why PS4 isn't backwards compatible with it. But enough games have been remastered from PS3 to PS4 so that we can just get those games like God of War 3, like Shadow of the Colossus, like whatever.
Yeah, look, I can see where it comes from, where it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna remake all of these games and we're gonna, you know, be so much better. But at the end of the day, like, people respect the classics, and if you can't provide that with your new console, you're not really providing for your customer. I can see where it's like, yes, we fucked up and we made these ones weirdly.
Yeah.
Cool, fair enough. Maybe try to include that. The fact that, and this is why I'm such an Xbox. Well, this isn't why,
It's not a reason.
but it's definitely a reason. The reason I'm an Xbox advocate is because they've brought this backwards compatibility back. And in saying that, being Microsoft, they are now cross-platform with a lot of games as well. Rocket League, Minecraft, just to name a few. I honestly couldn't tell you the rest, but in saying that, they're the only real two that are, like, okay, what games on PlayStation are cross-platform?
Fortnite, Call of Duty will be, Modern Warfare, the new one.
Yep, same as the other two consoles. Next.
I'm just saying that's what cross-platform is, to talk with the other.
Right. But in saying that, like, we're looking at, like, all games wanting to be somewhat together, right?
Yeah.
So if we're looking at certain groups of people to want to play certain games, Sony... Okay, for some reason Nathaniel is calling me. He's gone to take a piss, by the way.
Hey,
You're on speaker. Do you want-
are you guys still recording?
Yes.
Correct.
Awesome. I've locked myself outside. Can you wrap it up and come get me?
All right, you go get him out. I will entertain the crowd.
That backwards
No, just
compatibility
wrap
on
it up.
Xbox.
It's time.
Huh?
Just wrap it up. It's time.
Yeah, I'll wrap it up. Maybe. All right, crowd. Keena will probably listen to this, but at the end of the day, Sony has a lot better games, but backwards compatibility is fucking amazing. I just don't understand why. Like, I understand the whole legal reasons behind it, but at the end of the day, like, we should be able to play games with each other. There's been this whole console feud for ages, you know, like, oh, Xbox over PlayStation, PC Master Race, blah, blah, blah. Get the whole fucking feud. But at the end of the day, should be able to play with each other, and it makes sense, but B, it really doesn't, in the sense that we don't fucking have backwards compatibility with Minecraft.
We do.
Not with PlayStation.
Well, PlayStation sucks ass.
Aha! And there we have another advocate.
PlayStation sucks ass.
While wearing a PlayStation hoodie.
Correct.
The thing with the cross-platform stuff, Sony has officially said that if you want, it can be cross-platform, and that's up to the developer and publisher. Now.
But you gotta pay.
No, you don't.
Oh, I was waiting for it.
There's no but. It's the exact same as Microsoft. Just Microsoft has been doing it a lot more with other people. To be fair, PlayStation was doing it first in a way. Like Portal 2, you can play with PC Steam people. Like, it was like that stuff a generation ago. What's your knee? Bro.
It's my ankle.
What?
Oh.
But yeah. So it's just to the point where like we're getting to cross-platform and it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think next generation we'll see the full effects of.
Look, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It's ages away. Let's just.
it's a year away. Anyway, I think that about wraps it up. Keena, you want to take us home?
If you enjoyed this, please click the like button and then subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. Click the bell if you want to see when we upload, because we haven't uploaded in a while and our schedule is whack.
Whack as fuck.
If you have a question for the show, please comment below or email us at amalgamshow@gmail.com. If you like Dean's ASMR, comment that.
Hit the ASMR button. It doesn't exist because you won't. You're not gonna like it. I'm taking the mic from
Hey!
you now.
I wanted to say something to the crowd. If you didn't like today's show, click that like button and like my ASMR channel.
I think you're going to say like my ass.
Like my ass channel.
Hey, I'm not-
I post pictures of my ass on there.
Also check us out on social media at The Amalgam Show.
I have
Amalgam's
1%.
how?
I have 1% and I have a Snapchat. I can't view it. I cannot.
Anyway,
I don't
finish.
trust
Until
it.
next time, y'all.
Catch you
later.
later. Bye. Catch you later.